Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you guys how I got my Beyonce inspired hair. This is a glueless closure wig that is giving, you know, scalp realness. Like, look at those parts. Look at that lace. What lace? If you'd like to see how I got my wig to look so realistic without any adhesive, glue, Ghost Bond, or got to be sure to stay tuned. To make my wig, I used a mesh dome cap. I picked this up from my local beauty supply store. I like this one because it gives a nice stretch. Also, we'll be using some elastic band to hold my wig down and to make sure that it's extra secured. The brand is Q-Fit, and I also picked it up from my local beauty supply store. You'll also need some push pins to hold the wig in place. And then I did pick up an extra bundle to squeeze in to this unit. Originally, I only had 3 bundles installed in my head with the sew-in. I went and picked up the extra bundle just to make the wig full. You'll see by the end of the video, it was a real struggle to squeeze all 4 bundles in this unit. Because this mannequin's head is much smaller than mine, you want to be sure to stretch out your dome cap. That's how I get mine to fit my head perfectly. I pull it over her forehead, as you can see, and then I also pull and stretch down toward the nape of her neck, and you hold it and secure it with your push pins. You'll see that later on in just a second. The bundles that I will be using are reused. The first install was a sew-in, so I did go ahead and wash the hair before I installed it. And usually I let my hair air dry, but I wanted to get this done quicker, so I went ahead and blow dried. Okay, this part is very important. You want to be sure that you leave room for your lace. You don't want to start your lace right at the rim of the cap. You want to pull it probably about a ½ inch forward. As you can see here, I left a little bit of wiggle room, so basically it should look like a flap. You should be able to see some lace hanging over from your dome cap, and you just want to use your push pins to hold that in place so that you can begin to sew around the perimeter. The lace that you see sitting on her nose is going to be on your forehead, and that's where you can customize your hairline and your baby hairs, or whatever you like to, however you like your lace to look. Once you get your closure or frontal secured, you want to be sure to go ahead and start with the sewing. So as you can see, I just did a knot. I don't knot every time I go through, but I do knot like every other time throughout the wig. Even when I sew on the bundles, you'll see me knotting just about every other time I go through. I like to go through the track and through the dome cap. Continuing the same sewing method, I went ahead and sewed down the first natural color bundle that I showed you in the first half of the video. And right on top of that bundle, you'll see me sewing the bleach bundle. I took a 40 volume developer and some bleaching powder, let it process for a little while, and then some of the bundles you'll see are a little bit blonder, a little bit lighter. That's because I processed the hair twice with the bleaching powder and developer to just achieve some different tones of blonde. I wanted to look like Beyonce, you know, a balayage / ombre. Now, because I am going to try to attempt to use all 4 bundles, you do want to sew as close as possible. I don't recommend that you do the flip over method. I recommend that you measure out your track, lay it with the push pins, and then go ahead and sew it on, and just repeat the same steps just till you get just about to her ear, because you want your wig to be flat. And if you attempt to do the flip over method, sometimes that can just create bulks and rigs and digs into your unit, and that's not what we want. So I'm just sewing really flat and really tight to this dome cap. I wanted to show you guys how it will look once you got close to the closure. So I just kept going straight at a straight angle, and you'll just see it kind of creates like a box or outline of the closure. You just want to sew that completely flat. So as you can see, I'm tugging the track. I'm pulling it really tight and just gonna go right along that closure. All right, we finished sewing, and this is the hair that I have left over. I probably could have squeezed it all, but I was really afraid that the wig was not going to be flat, and that was my main focus. So that's how much that's how much hair I have left over. So the next step, you're going to need to cut off the excess dome cap underneath the closure piece because you want it to mimic a scalp. You'll see here, you need to go ahead and cut that black piece off at the top. Once I cut off the dome cap, I went ahead and put the wig on my head, and it fit great. I also customized the wig and added the elastic band to the edges of the closure. I noticed that it was way too orange, so I needed to fix this. Section the closure away from the rest of the bundles, and this per the video, it takes about 15 minutes to complete this. So I'm just gonna go ahead and section off my first little corner. To correct the lace, the over bleach knots, I just took some Revlon Color Silk dye in soft black with a spoolie, and I just kind of brush the color onto the roots just to correct those orange tones. You just have to go really slow and take your time because you don't want to damage the lace and turn that black. So just take your time and part throughout the entire lace closure until you get to the other end. So I'm finished with the dyeing process. I went ahead and washed it, but here you can just see where I did get a little bit of black dye on the lace, but it's not that bad. So go ahead and wash and condition your hair. Step 2 to correcting the color. I already had my hot water ready for me, so after I washed the hair, I went ahead and dumped the entire closure part of the wig into the hot water with tea. The color of the tea will tint your lace, and the longer you leave it in there, the darker it will get. I let mine sit for about 15, maybe 20 minutes, and it came out looking like this. I'll be sure to list all the products that I use down below and tag the ladies' videos that I've seen on YouTube that helped me kind of get my wig laid. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.